Buenos dias, clase. Good morning, class, and welcome to your Spanish 2A video announcement for the week. To start off with, I wanted to go over a saying with you in Spanish, and that saying is right here on your screen, trabajar como un burro, which means to work like a donkey, literally, or what we would say in English, depending on where you're from, to work like a horse, to work your fingers to the bone, in other words, to work really, really hard. So, for example, trabajé como un burro para entregar la redacción a tiempo. I worked my fingers to the bone to turn in the essay on time. Entonces, clase, este semestre, espero que tú trabajes como un burro. So this semester, I hope that you work really, really hard in all your classes and in this class as well. So now I wanted to go over with you a couple smart updates and reminders. So your first smart reminder is about extra credit. You remember that you will receive extra credit for attending your Class Connect session in this class. Our Class Connect meets every Thursday from 3 to 3:30. So just by attending and participating, you will receive extra credit. If you are not able to make it, then you can watch it afterwards. I'll send out the link, and you can also access the link on our page. I'll show you that in a moment. And then watch the whole thing and email me 3 important takeaways from that week's Class Connect, and you can receive the extra credit for that. And by takeaways, important takeaways, I mean whatever you found most important from the Class Connect, the main ideas that really stood out to you. So in order to access that, let me show you here. You will just go to our course materials. And you can get to course materials through content, and then you will see Spanish 2A Class Connect recordings. Click on that. Mine looks a little bit different than yours because it's the teacher view, but it's right there. So you can get to our Class Connect recording right there or in the email that I send out to you. It's important that you attend those Class Connects if you're able to, because it'll give you the chance to practice communicating and also to ask questions in a live fashion. And communicating is what the language is all about. So definitely attend if you're able to. My second update for you is very important. It's on my late work policy. Please disregard the late work policy that I outlined in my last video announcement, because I have since learned that CPA has a late work policy that all teachers follow, and so of course I will follow that as well. Let me bring that up for you. So CPA's late work policy, and actually you can also access this from course materials, late work policy CPA. So if you open that, if you ever forget, it's right there. Go ahead and read this with me. So here's our late work policy here. For teacher graded assignments, they are accepted for 4 weeks past the due date. And there is a late work reduction after it's 2 weeks late, and that's a 20% reduction, which means that you earn 80% of your earned grade. Corrections are accepted on those teacher graded assignments at teacher discretion. Then for computer scored assignments, that would be, for example, a lot of the quizzes, the pop quizzes, the listening quizzes, the reading quizzes in our class. Those are accepted those are accepted up until the last day of the student semester, and which is May 22nd. For quizzes, you get 3 attempts. And for tests, you generally get 1 attempt, but retake options are available. So for both quizzes and tests, please email me if you're interested in retaking, and I can reset the assessment for you. Okay, finally, I would like to go over what you will learn in your lessons this week in Spanish. So first, you will go over ER and IR verbs as your vocab words, and this is Unit 2. You will also go over the preterite tense. Remember, that's the simple past tense. There's a lot of irregular verbs in the preterite, and the endings are a little bit difficult for students sometimes, so you're going to want to pay special attention and study hard, make flashcards maybe of the endings, study them for 10 minutes every night before you go to bed, and that will help you to learn those endings and also the irregulars. For your culture lesson, we will continue studying Chile, the country of Chile, for the whole first quarter, third quarter, the whole quarter that we're in right now. And you will specifically go over Los Desaparecidos this week, which is about disappeared people that all of a sudden disappeared in the 80s, well, the late 70s and then 80s, when Augusto Pinochet was the dictator in Chile, and he kind of came to power with U.S. backing, because there was a socialist president, Salvador Allende, who was in power at the time, and so Pinochet came to power with U.S. help by overthrowing Allende, but then unfortunately he turned into kind of a ruthless dictator that made a lot of people disappear. So you will read about that and learn about that, which is a very interesting part of Chile's history this week in your lessons. All right, have a great week. Let me know if there are any questions y buena suerte. Adiós, clase. Hasta luego.